the welcome speech was not it really was not easy. What was difficult is when I started talking, all the other guests were talking as well. Obviously in my mind, I was thinking once I said, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen," everyone would magically listen to me, but that didn't happen at all.
My name is Andrea, and tonight I'd like to welcome you to our event. This evening marks the first year of the AirAsia Foundation's operations. So I'm really excited to welcome all of you this evening.
The words that I had penned were very, very meaningful, but just when you don't have everyone's full attention, it can be quite difficult. And I had to remind myself to just not be discouraged, even though I could see with my own eyes that people were talking to each other.
Tonight, we have a momentous opportunity to come together and each play a part in building an ASEAN community for the future.
Andrea's cocktail event was a little bit disorganized. I think she is nervous. She was reading from the script. She was not getting the attention at all by the guests.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we really hope that you will get to learn more about these 5 projects that the AirAsia Foundation is involved in and really find a cause that you would like to support. And I wish all of you a very, very pleasant evening ahead. Thank you very much. Please enjoy this evening.
Andrea, she just went on with it and focused on like delivering a good message. You know, and at the end of the day, I feel like she did a good job.
It's a 10 kilowatt turbine, and the average Malaysian household actually uses up 5 kilowatts of energy every month.
Okay.
That same amount is being used to power 22 households.
We also have Mr. Fernandez's personal watch collection.
Yeah.
You know, it's very precious to him, but he's been kind enough because he believes in these causes, obviously.
Nice massages and all that thrown into the whole package. So
I like my girlfriend will love this.
it's really all going to be about how the 4 of us, the team, interact with the guests, and that's really, really, really important for this event. You know, more importantly, give them the specific information on the auction items as well as the various projects that they're meant to support.
The foundation has done an amazing job. 1 year that they're up and they've already accomplished so much.
Very nice to meet you. I hope you've been having a good evening so far.
Andrea's party, the first thing that struck me was I like the visuals. You go in, you knew immediately it was a foundation affair. You see the visuals, you see the logo. She picked the right projects and she really grabs your attention because she spoke a lot more convincingly.
And I would love to tell you I can go under it, but we're gonna start at 25,000 this evening. I like chatting with people, so that was really nice. And I think more importantly, the crowd was very receptive to everything that we had to say, and that part, in my opinion, it went very well.
Next is the auction. I'm very excited. I'm wearing now my tie and I can't wait to show our bids. I think it's going to be a very exciting night. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Are you all ready for a good cause tonight?
Yeah!
Alright, tonight Team Jonathan, well that's me, has prepared to you a fine selection of really good cause items. In the meantime, I would also like to introduce my colleagues who have helped me along the way in this journey. On my right side is the very beautiful Selena, also from the Philippines. Unfortunately, Selena has been fired by Mr. Tony Fernandez, but isn't she on fire tonight, right? Please welcome Mr. Nazril from Malaysia and Mr. Sam the Man from India. Alright? The 3 of them will be helping me tonight in this auction. I really felt I could have never chosen the best batch ever. These are the people who believe in me, who always rooted for me. Really makes you confident. Our first bid is something close to Mr. Tony Fernandez's heart. We are talking about his and her Skateram shirts, autographed by the team drivers themselves. And we'll be starting this bid at 5,000 ringgit. Do I hear a 5,000 on the floor, ladies and gentlemen? 5,000 from the gentleman with the red tie. 5,600, please. Caterham shirts. All right, thank you. The gentleman in the blue tie. How about a 6,200 ringgit? 6,000. With so much excitement, the guy in the red tie again at 6,200. Thank you, sir. I love this auction. I feel like I was the star of the night, you know, just talking, babbling, shouting. It's really ridiculous. All right, thank you, sir. 6,800. Will anyone challenge that? 7,200. All right, thank you, sir. It's getting very heated out here.
This man is slick. This is a totally different Jonathan. Very, very impressive. This man is in it to win it.
Something very personal as well for my heart, because I come from this country, is that you can become a patron of Rags to Riches in the Philippines. For a minimum bid of 15,000 ringgit, you will be allowed to contribute that amount of money for the education and training of the men and women in this enterprise.
John's auction, he did well as an auctioneer, but I felt that he was too risk-averse in his choices. He chose the lower price projects. I think he should have taken a little bit more risk on the projects.
We're looking at a holiday for two to Maldives. The minimum bid is only 15,000 ringgit, and I must say it's a steal. Someone is already bidding for that. Let's look at 40,000 if that's the case. 40,000 ringgit. Let's look at 43,000 if someone would like to raise. Thank you, sir. 43,000. Will someone want the challenge at 53,000? 53,000. Thank you, sir. Going once at 53,000. Going twice at 53,000. All right, sir, you got it. Thank you. Sold for 53,000. All right. Wow, I'm so excited with that handle. Thank you. Again, on behalf of Team Jonathan, we hope you had a fun night. Thank you. In these tasks, you need to be very genuine when it comes to mingling and networking with the guests. And I think I did a pretty good job as far as connecting to them and making them sure that they know what AirAsia Foundation is.
Nice job. Nice job. I know. Good job.